In the small town of San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, the annual fair had always been the most anticipated event of the year. The streets came alive with vibrant colors, festive music, and the mouth-watering aroma of traditional food. In the heart of town, the arena was being prepared to welcome the best riders and their majestic horses. But this year, something extraordinary was about to happen. Something no one could have imagined. 7-year-old Esperanza Morales, a girl with Down syndrome, sat in the stands beside her 68-year-old grandmother, Carmen. Her bright eyes followed the animals in the arena with childlike wonder, especially when Trueno Negro entered, a towering 600-kilogram fighting bull brought from a nearby ranch. "Look, Grandma," Esperanza whispered sweetly. "That little bull looks lonely. Why is he sad?" Carmen, who had been taking care of her granddaughter since Esperanza's parents died in a car accident 2 years earlier, knew her well. Esperanza had a unique ability to sense what others couldn't. A gentle, intuitive soul that connected deeply with animals. "He's not sad, my love," Carmen reassured her. "He's just waiting for his turn to show how strong he is." But Esperanza wasn't convinced. She kept her gaze fixed on the uneasy bull. Trueno Negro had been separated from his herd and was clearly distressed by the noisy, unfamiliar environment. During a break in the performances, Carmen stood up to get refreshments. "Stay right here, Pequeña," she said. "I'll be back in 5 minutes. Promise me you won't move." Esperanza nodded with her signature smile, but the moment her grandmother disappeared into the crowd, an invisible pull guided her. It was as if something was calling her toward the bull, who stood alone behind wooden barriers. Without anyone noticing, the small girl began walking down the stairs to the arena floor. Her intellectual disability made it difficult for her to grasp danger, but her heart felt an undeniable connection to the animal, one as lonely as she often felt. Event staff were busy preparing the next show when Esperanza slipped through a gap in the barrier. Her tiny bare feet touched the golden sand, and for the first time in a long while, she felt free, as if she belonged. Trueno Negro lifted his massive head, sensing the unexpected presence. His dark eyes locked onto the small figure approaching him, arms open, as if welcoming an old friend. The audience, slowly noticing, held their breath. Some shouted, others froze in terror, but it was too late to intervene.
"Oh my God, there's a child in the arena!" someone cried.
Esperanza walked with the innocence of someone who had never known fear. Her tiny but determined steps carried her directly toward the powerful bull, who remained still as though he too sensed something rare. Have you ever witnessed that special connection some children have with animals? Do you believe animals can sense the purity of a human heart? Panic swept through the stands like wildfire. Event organizers shouted in desperation, but any sudden movement might provoke a tragedy. Carmen returned with drinks, just in time to see her granddaughter walking calmly toward the massive animal. The cup fell from her trembling hands as a scream escaped her lips. "Esperanza! No!" Trueno Negro, known for being aggressive and territorial, watched the girl with a strange calm. Experts in the crowd expected the worst, a sudden charge. But something astonishing was unfolding. Dr. Rodriguez, the local veterinarian overseeing animal welfare, stared at the scene in disbelief. "In 30 years of working with livestock," he whispered, "I've never seen anything like this." Esperanza approached like she was greeting a dear friend. Her hands reached forward, and her lips moved in a whisper that only the bull seemed to understand. The noise of the fair faded around them. If this incredible story touches your heart, please consider subscribing to our channel and liking this video. Your support helps us share more extraordinary tales of love and miracles that defy logic. Every like, every subscription matters. It helps spread stories that remind us of the magic still alive in the world. As Esperanza stood just 3 meters away, Trueno Negro did the unthinkable. He slowly lowered his massive head to the ground, as if bowing to her. His fierce eyes softened, revealing a tenderness no one had ever witnessed in such a beast. "That bull is acting like he recognizes something special in that girl," Dr. Rodriguez muttered, adjusting his glasses. Rescue efforts halted. Everyone knew that any sudden movement could break the fragile peace forming between girl and animal. The arena fell into a deep silence, pierced only by the wind fluttering the fair's flags. Esperanza extended her small hand and gently touched the bull's nose. The contact was electric, not with fear, but with a powerful connection that defied logic. The bull closed his eyes as if experiencing peace for the first time. "Hi, little buddy," she whispered. "You're not alone anymore. I feel alone too sometimes. But now we can be friends." Carmen watched with tears running down her face. Her granddaughter, who had faced so many hardships, had created a moment of pure magic, a moment that would be remembered forever. Trueno Negro responded with a low, unfamiliar sound. It wasn't a growl, but something like a purr, rising from deep within. Have you ever seen a moment where pure love achieved the impossible? What happened next left everyone speechless. Trueno Negro, once feared, lay down peacefully at Esperanza's feet. Dr. Rodriguez took out his phone. "This will change everything we know about cross-species communication," he said, recording. Esperanza sat beside the bull and gently stroked his neck. The beast responded with satisfied grunts that echoed around the arena. "You're beautiful," she told him, "and you have the kindest eyes. My grandma says I'm special, but I think you're special too." The organizers stopped Carmen from entering, worried the magic might break. "She's safe," Dr. Rodriguez assured her. "Safer than with any of us." Minutes passed like hours. Esperanza talked to Trueno Negro about her life, missing her parents, loving her grandma, and how hard it was to be different. "Sometimes people look at me funny," she confided. "But you don't. You look like you understand." Veterans in the crowd, once skeptical, now questioned everything they believed about animals. Trueno, once chained and feared, now lay like a giant domestic dog. "I've worked with cattle for 40 years, said Don Aurelio. "That girl has a gift beyond explanation." Esperanza began singing a lullaby her mother once sang. The bull closed his eyes and breathed deeply, embracing a peace he'd never known. A hush fell over the crowd as they witnessed a girl with Down syndrome transform a feared beast into a symbol of calm and love. "It's like she sees into his soul," whispered Maria Elena, a special education teacher. "Children like Esperanza often connect in ways we've forgotten." After nearly an hour, Esperanza stood and kissed the bull's forehead. "I have to go now, little friend, but I'll never forget you. I hope you never feel lonely again." The bull slowly stood, careful not to frighten her, and gently followed her to the barrier where Carmen stood crying, tears of joy. How do you explain such an extraordinary bond? The following days changed not just the lives of Esperanza and Trueno Negro, but the entire town. Their story spread across Mexico and beyond, a beacon of hope. Don Sebastián, the bull's owner, donated him to the town. "He found his purpose," he said. "It would be a crime to separate him from the girl who awakened his soul."
Dr. Rodriguez began a research program to study their connection. "We're witnessing something that will redefine how we understand communication between species," he wrote in his first report. Esperanza visited Trueno daily after therapy. The bull, once feared, became gentle, but only with her. "She unlocked a part of his heart no one knew existed," said Carmen. A special space was created for them, attracting families with special children who came to see living proof that love knows no barriers. Esperanza, once shy and withdrawn, now radiated confidence. The original video went viral, inspiring millions. Animal behaviorists traveled from around the world to witness the miracle. Without Esperanza, Trueno showed signs of depression, but transformed the moment she appeared. "Science can't fully explain what we've seen," said Dr. Rodriguez at a global conference, "but pure love and the absence of judgment can create connections beyond our understanding." A year later, Esperanza participated in animal-assisted therapy programs across Mexico. Her story inspired new treatments for children with special needs. Trueno became Latin America's most beloved therapy animal. "My granddaughter taught me that being special isn't about what's missing," Carmen said. "It's about possessing something extraordinary, the ability to love without fear or condition." Each month, the community hosted an event where Esperanza and Trueno demonstrated their bond to visitors from faraway countries. But for the girl and her bull, the most important moments weren't about crowds or fame. They were about sitting side by side under the Mexican sky, reminding the world that miracles still exist for those who keep their hearts pure. The purest hearts touch the most unexpected souls, changing lives forever. How has this story changed your perspective about the unique abilities of children with special needs? Do you believe we all have something to learn from unconditional love?